Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of April, and I am your host, Shozen, and with me today is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing, Bogul? Are you well locked in your house?
Yes, sir, I am. I am indeed. I'm enjoying the view. I'm having a relaxed day. I'm watching outside the window. It's pretty quiet. I'm ready to talk and think about Albion. There's quite a few things that are happening, I think. And today, what's on the show, sir?
Oh, well, first we've got some PSAs. We got a little bit of news, and then we're going to do a newbie show. Yes, another new player-centric show, and today we'll be talking about the cities, the outer ring cities, the NPCs, the buildings, what you can do in them, how you can get things done, and how you can prosper inside of a city such as my favorite city, the city of Martlock. Martlock, best lock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But as we do always here on this very show, we have a few PSAs, a few reminders for everybody. The biggest thing that you can also see if you log into the client on your top left hand, 4 days, 14 hours, 25% additional fame. That's ongoing right now. The spring fame boost. Enjoy it while it lasts. Maybe level up some gathering, some crafting that you didn't get to level up before. You still have a few days. And I know a lot of people are utilizing this. I sold all my resources on the auction house the other day.
Well, people are trying to get that fame up.
Yeah.
They're trying to get their crafting up there. It's a good time to do it. I prefer a good fame farm myself to use it because I have a lot of weapons that are not a full 400, Bogul, and I've got to get them up. Also, I also have a new character that I'm using that is not TA in anything.
You could also try fishing because that was fixed. Additioned?
Fixed?
No. Made
Tweaked.
better?
Tweaked.
Yes. With what is today? Thursday. Yesterday's patch.
The 2nd.
Yeah.
Yes, on the 1st they fixed fishing, which seems fishy to me. Because it's April Fool's Day. They were like, the patch today, we are fixing fishing. Now, finally, you will get seaweed when you succeed at fishing. No longer will you only get the most important materials when you fail. Yes, now you, the fisherman out there in Albion Online, when you go ahead and cast your little, fishing pole and you cast your bait and you reel that in and you pull out a big, magnificent fish, you could get a bonus of seaweed. Just like real fishing.
Yeah, grimy fish for everybody. Nice. Also, we do have now the addition that gathering food applies to the fishing yield and a few more additions from patch 9. We talked about this at length yesterday. If you haven't seen the patch notes yet, take a look at Twitch chat. That's the link. There's also a new wardrobe skin that came. We showed it yesterday on stream. Also I think the Adventures Challenge and the new referral season started yesterday because it was the 1st of the month. So that is all going on. It's pretty busy. Also for next week, apparently there is an Easter event announced for the 8th of April. We don't know yet what the details of that will be. Just that I think we assume you can find eggs in the world, right? Like somebody lost them and you're like, listen, Mr. Easter Bunny, don't throw this stuff everywhere, dude. Gotta clean up your... yeah, that's that.
Thank you, Twitch chat. You guys are fantastic. All right. Is that all the PSAs? Auction week.
Yes, important. If you look at the city, that's the outlines. If you look at the city,
that's the wrong map.
Then you see that these things, these plots here, these are all for auction right now. You can bid on them, and don't forget to defend yours if you own any. And make sure to say hello to, what's his name, Predats, that everybody's complaining about, who holds like everything.
Wait, somebody new has it? It's not
Vazort anymore. No, where's that?
Not Vasort?
No, in Carlin it's Hagging, nice Russian dude. But in some of the other cities, it's I can't find him now. Never mind. Yeah, get rid of those bad shop owners, bid them out of their building, and show them what it means to not be a monopoly any longer.
Man, so this is like, how many different monopolies have we had? We've had quite a few of them.
I think that's the fourth attempt, but now it's much harder to own many
All
buildings.
Well, it's because like owning multiple doesn't really give you as much bonus as it did before, and it's harder to make a profit on buildings and stuff, and you really have to work for them. So,
And if you don't like one guy owning too many, make sure to bid a few. And
yeah, just bid on 7 of them as a guild.
And if you're not even into the business, you can consider, just buying a plot or winning a bid and then flipping it, just selling it like 5 million more could be a possibility too.
You never know what's going to happen there.
Yeah,
it's all that hidden auction stuff now. They've really made it much harder to just easily win your bids. I would say you really have to say, this is how much it's worth. I'm going to bid that much and hope that you are the winning bid. Now it's a lot harder than it was. All right. We have one other thing here as a bit of news, actually. We have the WHO COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. And we have a neat little item that you can get in game by donating,
$5.
Was it $5 or so? Yeah, to who? To the World Health Organization. To who? Yes, who? Yes, the World Health Organization. All politics aside, it's a good cause, where you can help people out in a time of need and get a interesting item that is limited time only, and you get to help some people out and encourage people to wash their hands at the same time.
Yeah, it is the Staff of Hermes, as it's called, and you also get a avatar ring. I'll show that in a second in game. 100% of the money raised from the sales of the packs go to the Solidarity Response Fund. You can find all the information if you want to read about this on the website. There's a link to this, and it's available until April 30th, which is a little while, but it looks pretty cool. Let me show this in game. There you go. That we both have it. See.
It's Hermes.
Hermes?
Yeah.
Not herpes?
No. Not Haramis.
Haramis is a different guy, huh?
Yeah, it's a different game.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Well, that's how it looks like. See, that's an offhand weapon skin. You can walk around with this. It looks pretty neat. And you get this on the top left, this avatar. I like that one more than the offhand skin, though. I like the avatar really much. Really much like the
ring? Yeah, it looks really good. It does. It's one of the nicer ones here. I'm using it on my GM right now. I like it.
I might just keep that on for the stream.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks nice. All right. And I think that's it for news that we have today, but now we have something else to go over. We actually have a newbie show.
Today, yeah. We are trying something. We are trying to generate some knowledge, some video footage for the new players out there in the world of Albion. And we have been trying this out a few times in the past. But today our topic is newbie city, or not newbie cities. That's
it's the cities of Albion explained. Really, what we're going to be doing is looking at all the different NPCs in the city, the different buildings inside the city, and how you can make the city your home and succeed while living out of a city. Our goal is to get all of you new players to leave the crossroads, come find a city, find a guild, find people to play with on a regular basis, and enjoy the game at the highest level possible. And today we're going to do that by telling you about the cities themselves. And the first thing you need to know about the cities is you're not stuck here. Let's go over to the travel planner right off the bat, Bogul. Let's go right over to everybody's favorite NPC in the game, the travel planner. In the northeast of all these cities, come on, Bogul. I can see you.
I wanted to. can you redo the introduction? Because we can cut this, then it looks really neat later if we go like take a big scissor, and then we cut. Oh, we cut out your face. Do you want your face on the recording, or should we just make it full screen so people can see?
You should probably do it full screen so that when we splice together multiple episodes, I'm not changing clothes and hairstyles all the time.
All right, then I will do this, and then you can introduce us one more time.
All right, well, welcome to yet another episode of Newbie Tuesday on a Thursday. Today we will be talking about the NPCs and the city and the buildings in which you can use to get ahead and enjoy some city life. We're going to help you find out everything that you need to know about living in the cities, about getting out of the crossroads, and finding a place to live, at least semi-permanently, until you find a home in the black zones, at least, right?
Yes, sir. When you stumble out, when you leave one of the cross zones and you go through that one zone just to the next city, then you come here into this big bustling city. Everything is busy, a lot of people going back and forth, and you're like, what is this? There's so many things to click on, so many people. Let's figure out what stuff actually does.
And we're going to start with, like, as I said earlier, Bogul, one of the most important people, the travel planner. He's the one that lets you know how to get out of the city, how to get into your island, how to get to your guild island, to just get around the world of Albion. And let's get some important information out of the way here. You can travel naked for free.
That's pretty important.
You can get to any of the 5 cities pretty much for free if you get naked.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my little gem outfit here, so it doesn't let me travel for free. But you can't get to Corleone though, right? That's the only exception. Luggage is not allowed, because that's the city.
Well, yeah, I guess it's more important than just being naked. And by naked travel, we mean no items in your bag, nothing you can carry with you. That'll be free. You can travel around to the 5 cities with stuff, but that'll cost you quite a bit of silver. It's kind of expensive to travel between the different cities with items. It's not cheap. You can go to Corleone completely naked as well, the 6th city in the center, but you cannot transport anything there for any cost. It's just not possible.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that transportation through the red zones, through the PvP zones to be a thing. Anything else you can do at the travel planner? Yes, you can do something very important here at the second tab, your island manager. This is where you can set favorite islands. If you have access to a few islands, later on, if you have a guild and maybe you share island access with a few friends, then you might want some of these to be showing up at the top of the list. And you can set your favorite here, boop, adding a star, and then it shows up at the very top of this list. Yeah, that's the travel planner. Important dude. Don't miss him. Next.
Well, you can travel to, well, let's be clear. You can travel to your island with items on you. Let's, I don't want to confuse anybody. The traveling between the cities is to, there's a transport cost, right? To bringing items. And that's so that you can't just bring items from city to city and sell them in each city and make a profit really easy. You actually have to transport items between cities if you want to make a profit. You actually have to get an ox or a mammoth or several horses together and transport them that way. You can bypass those costs by getting naked, and that's why we call it naked travel. If you don't bring anything with you, there's no bills to pay. And so you can travel between those cities very cheaply and just get to where you need to be if you want to meet up with friends. And I guess we could talk about something else real quick while we're here, is that you're going to be, if you're traveling naked, you're going to want to have stuff in each city. And that's because each one of these cities has a bank, and that bank is local to the area. Bogul, why don't we head over to the bank here in the center of each city. He's already on his way there, folks. At the center of each city, there is a hole in the ground which leads to the bank. And as you know, if you have wealth in this world, it's best to bury it. And that's what we do here in Albion Online. We bury our wealth in our local banks here, which is just a big box that anybody can go into, which I don't know. I don't know how secure that is, Bogle. If you think about it, NPC wise, I mean, what do we? We're all just dipping our hands into one big box.
True.
I never thought about that before.
I mean, it's also probably covered in ox dung with all the horses and dudes standing around here. It's
Oh my God! Imagine how many people don't wash their hands before they touch their box. Ugh.
Yeah, but these banks are in every city. These are pretty important because this is where you store most of your stuff. These are local, just like in your crossroads. So your banks are not shared between cities. You cannot store silver or gold in these. It's just for items. You know, you can click it and you move it and it's there and then it's nice. Two more things you can do with these. If you put in a few, you can even do something like sort and then it's...
Ooh. And don't forget stack.
It's
my favorite thing. Stack up.
I guess I split this and then I stack it. And
I split up that. I got a bunch of energy in here.
Nice. Yeah. You can also later on
tabs.
Sure, yeah. You can. You see here right now, I just have one. But if you manage that, you can add additional personal tabs. They cost silver though, but sometimes these fill up if you have a lot of different things. And then you can sort of create multiple ones there. Yeah. But these also don't transfer, though.
No, they don't. Each one is independent to each city. But this is a huge step up from what we used to do, which was you would buy an island. And then you would upgrade that island and you would put a house on that island. And then you'd have to upgrade that house 3 times. And then once you upgraded the house 3 times, then you could put a box in it. But one box wasn't good enough, so you're going to have several boxes inside of one house. And now for a fraction of that cost and a fraction of the time and effort involved in getting that process done, now you in any city at all, not just the one where you have your island, can add tabs to your bank. And that's just very nice. Just very nice.
Some pro tips later on. You can even make like a guild and then have another chest there. But it's you also have one of these banks at your island, and of course in all of the cities. And of course you can change the name and the colors and stuff, but that's something you will see when you click on it. Let's move to the more bigger important things than just storing items, and that is getting rid of items.
Buying them.
Oh. Move and then trash? No. We want to sell stuff, right? We want to get rich.
Selling, buying, the whole marketplace shebang here. And if you're already underground, Bogle, you can just walk to the northeast. And I believe in every city, the marketplace is to the northeast.
Yes, sir.
The bank. Yeah, every one of them. And you just go northeast to another hole in the ground. This one seems a bit more secure, as it at least does have one attendant taking care of the business. This person's a little overloaded. They probably this is a mess. Look, they are not social distancing.
And the things are all like, there's too many people here. 350 people. Yeah.
Just at the bank. And this is in Martlock.
True.
Remember when we just used one city?
No, not anymore.
Or do you mean Carleon? We did. Carleon. Everybody was in Carleon. That was where everybody lived. Now everybody is spread out across the other 5 cities. And 5, which is a ridiculous number of people in the city right now. But go ahead and click on it, Bogle. Why don't you go ahead and click on that market? And we can start to explain the different tabs across the top of your marketplace. What do you got? You got search, which I imagine that's for typing in things, right?
Shozen.
I'm no longer available. Yeah, I'm no longer available.
Well. What can I look for? Trash? I could look for adventurers. Oh, okay. So I can search for things. That's straight up enough. One disclaimer probably is that these marketplaces are local as well. So
local, yes, just like our banks.
These are not connected to any other cities, and you it kind of works like you would expect. You can, if you don't know the name, you can filter for a certain category. You can, I don't know, furniture, beds, and then look at all these top-notch things. Carrots. You can find a lot of things here.
You can sell that cabbage soup.
Yeah, or our armor. Let's do this because here in armor you can also filter for tiers. You can do that everywhere, and then
Yeah, let's go check out.
enchantment, and even for quality if you want something very special. Right, that's
Yeah.
masterpiece tier 8.
So Bogle, how much are you selling that tier 8.3 masterpiece gear for?
50 million maybe. Depends on the thing.
Yeah. Well, didn't you have like a pog log?
Yeah. 80.
How'd that go?
80.
80? It sold?
Collector.
Ah, congratulations.
Yes.
You too can be a rich man if you can sell an 8.3 masterpiece Grovekeeper.
Well, at the beginning, you basically just want to get an idea what these items that you find here are going for, because that's some important information. You see the price, you see the duration. If you want, you can even, filter for that. Sometimes I do, the duration up here, and then you can see the latest listings where you might be able to snipe 1 or 2 good deals. Pro tip.
Oh, pro tip right there.
Yeah. But
do you want to talk about these? Go ahead.
But you see here on the right side, there's 4 different ones. There's the buy, the sell, the create buy order, and my orders tab. And they're also pretty straightforward. Sell.
So, well, buy allows you to buy, right? And you can either buy right there, and you can, once you buy, this is the nice thing, is you can actually hit your orders as well. So you can do all that jazz right from there and not have to leave if you know what you want. But yeah, sell right from your backpack, which is a nice thing to do. It makes it easier to sell. You don't have to look it up. Although if you have full bags like I often do, sometimes it's just easier to look it up. And then, the create buy orders. This is so that you can go ahead and make an order for an item and buy it at a very specific price. So you can get it often cheaper than what you would if you were to buy it right off the bat, right? Because like what'll happen is that people will get lazy and not want to make a sell order. They'll just want to quick sell the item in their inventory, right? And they'll be like, sell, I just want to sell it. I don't want to wait.
Yes, but one very important thing that a lot of people overlook is that if you set up a sell order, and then on the right side here, then you can put these on the screen. You can see the history, the market history.
Well, yeah, you need the market history, right? You need to know how much it's going for, how much it's gone for in the past, and what the throughput on it is. What's the rate of sale? How many are getting sold a day? How many are moving out the door? Is this a high mover? Is it a bag? Or is it a T8-3 masterpiece poglog that's going to sit in your auction for months, and every time you're into it costs you 2% of the listing cost?
Yeah, don't underestimate the tax here. These are shown on the bottom. These are different if you have premium status or if you don't. It's cheaper. The tax is lower if you have premium status, so keep that in mind if you want to go into the flipping business. And then you can set a price that you like and then create a sell order. And boop, there it goes. You can watch it then later at my orders. There it is. And that's pretty straightforward.
One thing we should mention, Bogle, before we go, if you say you leave something on the auction house too long, what is it, 60 days? It'll disappear. So you got to be aware to pick up your stuff.
Has happened.
Right?
I don't know anybody in Albion who didn't make that mistake of, oh no, I forgot my, oh no. So pick that up, don't leave it there, or it will disappear.
It will eventually disappear. Let's talk about some other stations here at the fancy town of Martlock. If we leave this here, I mean, you got to go up above ground to get to the rest of these people. But I believe we have the very important repair station, Bogle.
Yes, it's a little crowded here too, but it's the guy with the hammer and the nice beard and the nose, the red nose. He does the essential evil. If you use gear, if you go out in the world, you will use your gear, it will get damaged, and you have to repair it, and that costs silver. You can do that here at this very man. You drag it in, bloop, 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 And then, well, if it has a repair, then you can repair it there. You can also repair all and do that here. The two other things here. What is this? Salvage. It destroys the item.
Don't salvage that.
No. That's
unique item.
Uh-oh. GM hat? Yeah, I wouldn't.
GM hat.
Yeah, you get a quarter of the materials back if you salvage. You also get a little bit of silver back. So that is another tip for the marketeers. That sort of sets a minimum price for items, what they are worth. Because at a certain price level, you can just buy them and salvage them. And that happens rarely, but sometimes. And the other one that
has happened.
Yeah, the other one that is here is the real quality option, where
Albion gambling.
Can I do this once?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, how much is it gonna cost?
210. Does it work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work, Shozen. It doesn't work on Game Master hats. Aw.
No, they are all masterpiece quality.
But yes, here you can reroll the quality of an item. Better quality items have better stats, but a warning for the wise, this can get very costly if you have higher tier items, and it might be much cheaper to just target buy that quality item on the market straight up instead of trying to reroll.
Bogul, before we leave this station, can you do me a favor and look at it on the map and show everybody what it looks like? Because some of the other things we've looked at have had unique icons, whereas this one is a building, a unique building. It looks like a repair table.
Yeah, it's a tier 8 that's highlighted with the white background. And this is one of the tables that you find in the city, but this one is a NPC only building, so players can they still build these? I don't remember, but
no, I don't believe they can still build them now.
Yeah, let's check this.
Bogul wants to know. He's like, can I build a repair station?
Yeah, military economy. There we go. You can still build these. Because I guess on your island. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Elders Repair Station, your necessary evil of the city. What else is there of important buildings? I guess we could mention that all the things you see here, you already saw in the Crossroads, the other ones, the Stonemason, the Warrior's Forge, the Mage Tower. These are player-built stations, not like the NPC ones you saw in the Crossing. These all have different usage fees, access rights, yeah, depending on what they think it is worth, to spend for using that station. These are set differently. But let's talk about the NPC ones more. We had the marketplace, we had the bank, we had the repair station.
We have the island merchant right down the road from him. If you just go a little bit south, but we have two guys here with the island merchant, and I believe there is also a vanity merchant right next to him.
Yes, sir. Island merchant. What does this guy do? Purchase island. Ooh, I want that.
Yeah. Don't you just wish there was a guy in town that you could just walk up to me and go, hey, buddy, I'd like to purchase an island. Hold on, I'll get right on that. Let me just go up and create one in my backyard, and 2 minutes later, you got a new one. You go like, this island, it's not very nice. Could we upgrade this island? And you're like, oh, it'll take 2 minutes. Let me just go upgrade your island. You're not going to be able to get there for 2 minutes.
Yes, that's what you can do here. You need premium again to do this, 30 days or more. The first level is pretty cheap, 16,000 silver. And that's where you can start your farming and your mount breeding, your herb growing, and your, what's the last one? Kettles? It's like wild, rare mount.
Kennels, yeah.
Is that growing too? Do you grow rare mounts, or do you raise mounts? That's the word, right?
You raise them. You don't, I guess, yeah, it's raising, not so much growing.
Well,
grow carrot.
I once stuck my cat in the yard, and it didn't grow. It just wasn't.
That's so evil. You can't talk about that on Twitch. They
just
will...
the left foot a little bit, like you would.
Oh my God, that's whatever you do. Don't tell them that you pulled it out of the ground.
No, it wouldn't go in.
Poor cat.
Island merchant, beautiful
Poor
thing.
theoretical non-existent cat.
Virtual, yes. I did that to the Albion cat, of course. Vanity merchant. That one sells what? Fireworks? 25 gold? What? I can just blow up my gold for fancy?
Yes, you can literally blow it up. You can blow up your gold as fireworks. I believe I have some right here. Just
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
I got yeah.
Eh.
Yay!
Well, that's a good use for gold, is it?
The best.
You can also do other things here. The Vanity Merchant sells things for gold. That's guild banners that you can place on your island, that you can even put in other locations of the world. Careful though, if you place them in public places, they might be destroyed. So be sure to place them somewhere safe. Here you can also get rare mounts. These items you find in the world, or you can also just buy the elixir or the saddle on the marketplace. The adventurous tokens is where you can trade in here from the adventurous challenge the tokens you get. Pro tip again: do your adventurous challenge every month. The amount is worth quite a lot, and these chests are also a nice boost, especially for new players. But in case you are a longer standing player and you already have that ring, or you don't like it, you can turn that in here and exchange that for a token, and then you can change these tokens for special avatar.
A fancier
ring? One, yes.
Bogul, I got bad news.
Uh-oh, what's up?
I'm out of fireworks.
Well, swipey, let's go. What is this? Festivities. I think that's secret. We're not supposed. That's not in yet.
It's not in yet.
No.
It's not supposed to be there.
No, that's going to be hotfixed. All right. That's happening, by the way, for everybody who's watching this now. This is the event that's, I think, happening on the 8th.
Yeah.
Hat again.
So you can get those the egg gun. Yeah. The executioner.
What's that for? Chocolate makes you huge. All right. Cool. All right, let's cut this segment out and then move on to...
No, we're keeping this in. I love these guys and their goofy little things. Keep it up, guys. I appreciate it. Give me more fireworks. Bogul, we should talk about the Expedition Master, because we've talked about how to make yourself pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's prettier than the guys who go out in the hardcore expeditions, because they wear the shiniest gear in the game.
Well, to get to hardcore expeditions, you have to level up first. And one way to do that is through the normal expeditions that you know from your crossroads, right? You just walk to the dude with the portal, and then you click on these, and you can start them, and you can do like a little mini PvE expedition. You can also do the group variant of these here. In the city, these go to a higher tier than you were used to from the crossroads. And Shozen mentioned it here, you have the option to do hardcore expeditions. These require a map that you either need to find or buy, and that's where the guys will bring out the fancy 8.3 shiny gear.
Yeah, they bring out the masterpiece, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as they used to, but...
Yeah, these are the ones where you have certain challenges. You have to do the maps in a certain amount of time, and then you get some bonuses for these. They also give way more fame, and there's different levels of the same map. So you can have more difficult challenges the higher you go on these.
I like it.
No permadeath, though, right? So these are safe PvE.
No, these are the safe... Most things that you do from the city are safe, right, Bogul?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess crystals are a little unsafe in that you can die in the crystals, but you can go do the expeditions free of death. I mean, there's some hefty repair bills occasionally, but safe-ish. You have the arena, the non-lethal PvP, also, right here and available. A lot of things are available from a non-lethal perspective right here from the city. Do we want to talk about the non-lethal arena NPC and then we'll go on over the Artifact Foundry.
Sure. One quick tip from chat that I just see: the expeditions give you royal tokens, and these are pretty sought after by players in general. These are pretty valuable. You can do these as a bonus once a day, and if you have the time, you can definitely take the quick 50k, I think 60k for these, and yeah, get some Quicksilver. Arena. There we go. Boop.
Fancy. You're fancy.
What is this? The arena.
What? Why is this? Or what is this? I'm so confused. You have really just lost me here.
No, I said,
why is this?
I said, what is this? Shozen, why don't you explain what the arena is? So.
Oh, the arena
yes.
is Hold the Point. It's a 5v5 match of Hold the Point with non-lethal PvP where you and 4 other people who you do not know or wish you didn't know at the end of, go ahead and try to hold the majority of the points in a little instanced arena with 3 pillars, and the goal is to take them first, hold them for a set period of time, and get the points. It's a PvP light match, as Sabotage says. It's PvP light. This is what I suggest you do when you try to learn PvP. This is the easiest way to learn PvP, how to mash your Q with the best of them without dying a billion times under a how do you say, like,
distress, I think. No,
low IP.
Yes. These have an IP cap, item power cap. So the gear it's scaled down there. You can't lose it. You get a nice bonus for completing it if you win. And it's a lot of players regard this as where you use your gear when you don't even know what your skills do. Right? This is where you figure out what stuff does. And it's you can queue here by yourself and or as a group, and depending on how you queue there, you get matched with different people. There are also rewards that you get for completing these. You can turn these in, but you can also sell these, which also sell for a nice amount of money. In case you don't want to walk up to this lady, you can also just on the top right, activities, arena, and then queue for
Is that why there's so few people like right in front of her? Because all these other places, even the Island Merchant has a line, but for some reason there's no line at the arena, which we know is very, very popular and everybody loves to do it. And pro tip, if you love to do it and you don't like the lines, make friends with a healer or become a healer. One of the two. Pro tip.
Yep. You can select what you want to queue as, and then sometimes the queue is faster as a healer, sometimes. What else is in the city that we didn't talk about? Repair, vanity?
Oh, no, we have the Artifact Foundry and the Energy Manipulator are 2 things I'd like to talk about before we head out of here.
That's important. Artifact Foundry, let's go there. Ooh. A line again. Guy with a beard smashing things. No.
People like to smash things in this game. And people like beards. See, Bogul likes beards. Did you hear just mentioning the beard? And he's like, pizza.
The Artifact Foundry. So what is this? This is where you can create artifacts. Artifacts, you can see on the bottom here, are crafting ingredients in special higher or crafting ingredients in weapons that have special skills and that are a little bit rarer than the ones you can just, make in a city. You have to find these artifacts first and put them in your crafting assembly when you make these. And here you can either smash these, which is again salvage, or you can create them. It's called melding, and that is done by using either souls, runes, souls, or relics, and then you can even make these here. Boop, boop, boop. There. I don't know if it shows on stream. No, the requirement. No, on the you can see it on the bottom left here. Yeah. Shozen?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So,
You were just describing something, and I was like, and then you were like, yeah, and I was like, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
cool.
So this is where you make all those lovely artifacts, right, Bogle? And then this is where
Yes.
you get, it's like
And
a form of juicy gambling here. People will throw in their souls and their stuff and try to win the correct artifact.
you can either use 50 of,
Albion gambling.
for example, runes and try to get a specific one, or you can try 36 of one and get the one of the full range here. The other thing you do at the artifact foundry, other than destroying things, again, is enchanting gear. That means that if you put runes, for example, together with a normal enchantment level item, then you can make a higher enchantment level item. Right now I don't have these in my inventory here, but that is another way of increasing.
Can't enchant. No, it can't be enchanted, Bo.
No, so
You don't have anything that can be enchanted.
No, but if you look here at this, it doesn't. Never mind. Cut. I like that we're doing this for the recording, so we can just cut out all these parts where you're like, "Moo, you are."
I'm leaving them all in.
Oh no, sir, that's not no. And you make me.
We're gonna have a 30-minute long video of Bogle saying, dope, and over here. So let's talk about the last guy we have on here, the energy manipulator, Bogle. I know this is your favorite. This is where you spend most of your time, as you're always just taking all the energy you get from your massively successful guild and turning it into high-end mounts that you use to rule the world of silver, right?
No. That's where people go and queue up for the Crystal League matches. But that's also where people go to turn guild-generated siphon energy. That's part of the open world Outland gameplay, the guild versus guild sort of fighting. You can turn that into special mounts here that are for the large-scale battles, support units, fighting units, anti-mount units. All these things can be made here. This one also has the transmute tab.
They want you to be able to transmute, yeah.
Where you can transmit these. But I think even though it's called energy manipulator,
it's not.
I don't know what it manipulates.
I know what it manipulates.
Mounts
manipulates the player.
Oh. Well,
I mean, energy is used to manipulate the player into doing different activities.
You can
also
also
naming conventions.
You can also buy the Crystal League tokens here and do some full loot, IP capped, item power capped fights, 5 versus 5, that happen at a regular interval. You can see when these start. It's a mini league system where if you win a fight, a match, then you get a high tier token, and then you can sort of progress through these battles, and the higher levels have quite a high amount of competition.
Incredible amount of resources available to you. You can get some great prizes, Bogle.
I was going towards the angle of, if you're a new player, you probably are doing level 1s maybe, because the other ones are
there's some basic prizes there. Level 1s, well, first I would say do the arenas first, Bogle. Get in the arenas first. Practice the arenas first. Get good at the arenas. And then once you have made 5 people you can stand inside the arenas, then try to get them to go once or twice a day to level 1 crystals and see if you can still stand them after a couple of those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last thing, then?
Yeah. What is the last thing we're going to talk about here about the cities? What do you want to talk about?
Player buildings, just briefly. Because I'm trying.
We do have player buildings. All those crafting and refining buildings are all owned by players. And we looked at them just briefly before and looked at how, what was it? The different taxes or usage fees, and we looked at how they can each be fed a little bit. They all have a couple of different options for who can use them.
Mhm.
Bogul seems to be lost. He's having a hard time trying to find a.
There we go. Found it.
There we go. Ooh, leather refining, my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, and then if you click on the building, two things that are very important. On the top left, there's a usage fee. This one is set to 299%. That's bad. Don't use
That's
that.
not a good. Don't use that one.
Let's try a different one. Let's
That's
see.
not. That's not the one you. It's not
There
the
we
way.
go. That's more bearable. 60%.
Oh my gosh.
So that's your first look. Maybe after looking, hovering over it and seeing that the usage for users is what you're probably going to use. Anything above 40 is expensive. Anything above 60, maybe for a cook, because these are slightly different. But yeah, you click on these and then you select what you want to craft. You've seen these in the crosses before. And with the warning here, now there is a silver fee attached to it because it's player run. Players need to earn some money for providing and building and keeping these running. So make your selection and choose one that is suitable. You can hover over these and then pick one that's cheaper. Who puts a 209? Rusurama. What are you doing? Wow.
Maybe he's thinking that somebody won't notice. What are the other ones around him? Let's look at the other leather.
7.
We might have a bad 7.
7.
Oh my god.
299. 7.
7. All right. So if you this is why you want to look at the place before you go and shop there, and before you refine. Look and see what the fees are, and go. Maybe I can find something a little bit better. Maybe we can find something a little bit better than that one.
Do you want to stand here and watch if somebody uses it? No. Anything else to say about these? Yes, if you click on a plot here later on, you can bid for them once every month. These are run in an auction system. These are pretty expensive though. Some of these buildings go for, 50, 40, 60 million silver.
50 million.
To own these. And that is happening once every month for you.
Like right now, I believe it's happening, Bo.
Yeah, currently it ends 3 days, 16 hours. That's the bidding time. And you can see here last winning bid 82K, 82 million silver. So these are a little bit more later game content. Aspiring to own a plot is something that a lot of people like to do, especially if you craft a lot or if your guild is maybe specialized in, doing one or two certain crafts and then maybe trying to.
Yeah, but even without wanting to own one, you still have to know how to use them. They're very important. They're very, very important. All right. I think that is all we have for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end this one. Thank you guys for tuning into the NPC. What is it? NPC
City
Building Experience Extravaganza. We're going to go ahead and start the overtime, where we will take care of shout outs and a couple of raffles. So if you are just here for the tutorial, thank you. And if you are here for the live stream, hang out a little bit longer and we're going to give away some gold.
Nice. Okay. Where are you, webcam? And you're back. Beautiful, sir. Hello, chat. What's up?
Hey, chat. All right. Numeroita, sure. You have won the raffle. Infante 23, you have won the raffle. Captain Jimmy Dean, you have won the raffle. Congratulations, everybody. Whisper me to claim your prize. Bogul, do we have any shout outs today?
We just have one from the previous show. They are open again. If anybody wants to get his name, his shout out on the show now is your time. You can use the Twitch Albion Points Energy to make a shout out, and we will put that into the footage on YouTube later. And of course, live here in stream if you want to say your piece.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. We have a suggestion. We have a gear question here. Maybe not the right show for this, but Residual GG. Hello, love the show. Any suggestions for which helmet and shoe to level to pair with a Heron Spear and Hellion Jacket?
Oh my god. You're asking the guy who flips bags on the marketplace to give gear advice.
And Captain Hook Hands.
I think the one that goes on your head, on your feet, these two ones. The item there, together with the spear and the...
I think this is a question for chat. Now, chat might be able to answer this. Chat might be going, no, this is a perfectly reasonable question, which can be answered like this. I'm going to say use Hunter's Hood and Demon Boots. Thank you, chat, for giving me such wonderful answers for this great man. I think he'll be happy with Hunter Hood and Demon Boots. Actually, Judy Boots. Oh, if you ever don't know which shoes to wear, Judy Boots.
We haven't played that song in a while.
Maybe we should play that song on the way out.
If I can find it.
All right. Well, we have our daily shout out to the Brave Newbies. Exxon Fang says, Brave Newbies is recruiting. We are 100% focused on improving the new player experience. Join our community and enjoy expert mentorship, 0% tax, no obligations, and start maximizing your fun per hour. Check out our website, newbiealliance.com, for more details.
The Brave Newbies. I think they're sniping the shout-out box.
Yeah, they like to get in a few shout-outs a day. It's always good. I mean, if Fricks were still recruiting, I'm sure they would be doing the same.
Is Frick still a thing? Company of Clappers, yeah. 200, yeah, it's still a thing. Cool.
Andre Kala, all the best to the devs and everyone working on the game. Well, thank you. All the best to you. Thank you for the shout out. I think I need to pull another raffle. One more raffle today. Last one. Sky Singe. You have won the raffle. Yay. Bogul, is there anything you would like to say before we head out of here today?
No. I mean, we have a few interesting weeks coming up. I guess next week and tomorrow even we have more Albion TV. Today we already had the ZVZ show earlier today, and tomorrow we will have the same, probably around 17:30-ish UTC, where we cover some large-scale guilds fighting over territories in the Outlands. And then at 19 UTC, we do our daily show where we summarize the news, where we give some pro tips, some sometimes experimental shows like these today. And just hang out with chat.
Shows.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
so
it.
Watch us tomorrow, and we will be back again. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.
Bye.
What did I even say there? Have a great night. Have a great day.
Day and night as a die.
Yeah, just combining them. Have a great die. Enjoy it.
Oh my god. Did you pull the raffle,
Time
by
for
the
me
way?
to go to bed. Yeah, I did. Sky Singe won. He's already messaged me. He figured it out.
Nice. Okay. Bye, guys.
Wow. Okay, I'm done.